This is why you can't manifest what you want. Something happens and you start thinking about it over and over and over again. Your mind just latches onto it and starts repeating the conversations, the whole situation around what happened. And the more your mind just keeps circulating the idea, the more you create an emotion, a strong emotion that you store in your body, whether you realize it or not. And when you store that energy in your body, this negative emotion, it's going to keep feeding your mind. You think that you're going to find clarity on what you need to do to move ahead by thinking about it. But that's just going to feed this whole do loop here. So I see this all the time in the women that I work with. They're very capable, they're very responsible, but something happens and they let it just run their entire life. They keep thinking about what's happened, they keep reliving the conversations, reliving the situation, and it prevents them from finding relief. It just helps to create more and more of that negative energy that they're storing, and then that feeds their negative thoughts. So the thing to do is not to think about it more often, to think about it more deeply. The thing is to release it from your body. And when it just starts to soften a little bit, you'll feel the difference. So do this with me. Think of something that you have been thinking about the last couple days after something happened. And think about how it makes you feel, how you've been thinking these last couple of days since the situation occurred. And get in touch with where you're storing that in your body. Whenever there's a strong emotion like that, you store it in your body. So just try to feel where that is. If you can't feel where it is, just guess. Guessing is a pretty good thing to do. And just get in touch with that emotion that's there and what you're feeling. And then get in touch with the peace that's within you. Getting in touch with the peace that's within you will allow you to access your intuition. It will give you clarity on what you need to do to move forward so that you can manifest what you want. So just take a deep breath and feel where you're storing that in your body, or guess where you're storing that in your body. And then just feel the peace that is within your heart. It's there. So just access it. If you want a little bit of help in accessing it, just tap on your heart. And you'll find that that negative emotion is just beginning to unravel. The thoughts are going to begin to slow down or maybe just stop altogether. And you'll be able to access your intuition, what your next step should be, so that you can move forward and manifest what you want. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper with this process, I've created a short audio guided program called Calm in the Moment, and you can find the link for that right below the video here. And you can start getting immediate relief on any negative emotion that you've been harboring so that you can move ahead. And just remember that you don't have to figure it out. What you need to do is release it so that you can access your intuition, get clarity, and from there, then know what your next step should be. And if this sometimes carries into late evening and you find yourself not being able to sleep, I've created another video that you can access right here. Tired, but still wired.